Daily News Stream, July 8th, 2025. This month, there's a high risk of solar storms and power outages because the sun is reaching peak activity. Here are 5 things elderly people should do to prepare for a major solar storm. 1. Store water and food. Keep 7 to 10 days of clean water and easy-to-eat foods like oats, nuts, and dried fruits to stay healthy without electricity. 2. Protect your medical needs. Store 10 days of medications. Use solar-powered battery packs to ensure medical devices like blood pressure monitors work in case of no electricity. 3. Stay connected. Use a personal hand-crank radio to hear important news updates. Write a clear note to family in big letters. For example, I'm safe, staying home, check at 7 a.m., 12 p.m., 6 p.m. and tape it to your front door or window to tell family where you are if phones fail. Place a candle or lantern in your window at a set time, for example 7 p.m. to tell your family you're okay. Safety tip: never leave a candle burning unattended. Light it only when signaling and put it out after. If able, use walkie-talkies to talk to nearby family in case phones fail. 4. Keep your home cool and lit. Open windows in the early morning to cool your home without air conditioning. Use citronella candles for lighting. Remember, never leave a candle burning unattended. 5. Stay calm. Practice deep breathing to reduce stress. Tell yourself positive affirmations. For example, I am grateful to God for whatever happens to stay strong. Recite the Buddha's names and/or meditate daily to stay spiritually grounded and prepared for any situation.
Over 1,000 earthquakes have struck Japan's Tokara Islands in 2 weeks, with some reaching 5.5 to 6 magnitude. Residents are evacuating due to ongoing seismic activity.
The US and Vietnam have made a new trade deal. Vietnamese goods will now face a 20% tariff instead of the previously planned 46%. However, goods that are just passed through Vietnam from other countries will get a 40% tariff. In exchange, Vietnam will remove tariffs on US goods, including big engine vehicles. President Trump called the deal a great honor. Vietnam's General Secretary Do Lam is now asking the US to recognize Vietnam as a market economy, which would further lower regulations, and to loosen restrictions on high-tech exports.
Freed Israeli-American hostage Eden Alexander is welcomed at the White House and thanks US President Trump for his release, saying Hamas improved treatment towards him after President Trump was elected. Mr. Alexander says he's confident President Trump is the person who can free all 50 remaining hostages held by Hamas.
US President Trump celebrates 147,000 new jobs added in June 2025, exceeding expectations and continuing 4 months of strong job growth, driven by American-born workers.
US Representative Andy Ogles, Republican, says President Trump deserves a 3rd term and a spot on Mount Rushmore, alongside Presidents Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, and Theodore Roosevelt, after his One Big Beautiful Bill passes, promising a historic comeback for America.
US accused sex offender Jean Diddy Combs is found guilty of 2 prostitution-related charges. He faces up to 20 years in prison and awaits sentencing on October 3, 2025 while detained.
Australia warns of terrorism risks in Thailand due to homemade explosives found in tourist areas like Phuket and Pattaya. Travellers are urged to stay cautious and avoid areas with protests or heightened security risks.
A plane from China to Japan carrying 191 passengers dropped 7,800 meters, falling at around 47 kilometers per hour or 29 miles per hour due to a technical issue. Amid chaos on board during the 10-minute descent, one passenger wrote a farewell note, fearing the worst. Miraculously, the flight landed safely in Osaka, Japan, but many were deeply shaken.
Tick bite risk surges in the US as black-legged ticks spread with climate change, prompting health warnings and record high risk in late June 2025.
Experts share 10 calcium-rich vegan foods to help protect bone health, essential for older adults. 1 sweet potatoes, 2 nuts, 3 soybeans. 4 calcium-rich fruits, fresh figs, blackberries, raspberries, etc. 5 gluten-free grains, amaranth, teff, etc. 6 dark leafy green vegetables. 7 beans. 8 molasses. 9 seaweed. 10 calcium-fortified foods like certain vegan yogurts, orange juices, and cereals.
A deadly heat wave continues sweeping southern Europe, with many ill effects including France shut the Eiffel Tower and nearly 2,000 schools. Italy put 21 major cities on red alert. Spain reached 46 degrees Celsius, its hottest June on record. Greece and Turkey faced raging wildfires. Red alerts were issued as climate change makes heat waves more frequent.
Travelers to Spain, Italy, Greece, and France are warned to take precautions, stay out of the sun, and watch local news for wildfire reports amid a record-breaking heat wave.
South Korea reports over 400 heat-related illness cases and 3 possible deaths since mid-June 2025.
Bosnia and Herzegovina faced 40 degrees Celsius heat through July 4th after a record June drought and rising wildfires.
Island of Crete, Greece, wildfires force around 5,000 residents and tourists to evacuate.
Spain, 2 farm workers die in wildfire near Costco after getting trapped during the fast-moving blaze. Authorities warn fire risk remains high.
US. The Madre Fire becomes the state of California's biggest wildfire this year, burning over 142 square kilometers and prompting evacuations as July 4th, Independence Day fireworks heightened extreme fire risks.
Vietnam. Heavy rain caused severe flooding in 5 northern provinces, with up to 250 millimeters of rainfall, leading to evacuations and 2 children tragically swept away in Thanh Nguyen City.
Heavy rains in China caused deadly floods affecting millions as a river burst in Henan, killing at least 5. Northern and western regions brace for more flash floods and landslides in July.
Heavy monsoon rains across Pakistan kill at least 64 and injure 117, with more flooding expected as storms continue from July 5th to 10th, 2025.
Heavy rain triggers flooding in Burrell Lake, Australia, cutting power to about 37,000 properties and damaging around 200 homes and businesses.
China. Ongoing downpours push over 320 rivers above flood warning levels, causing landslides and urban flooding amid a destructive flood-drought mix.
It looks like the railroad just broke.
That is the route.
Guadalupe River, Texas, US. Flooding killed multiple people, triggered evacuations, and cancelled July 4th US Independence Day events as record rain swamped Kerrville and nearby towns.
A 4.9 magnitude earthquake struck Mandalay, Myanmar, causing panic and sinkholes, while severe flooding hit Chiang Rai, Thailand, submerging homes and roads, displacing elderly residents and damaging farms.
South Africa. Experts warn recent deadly floods and fires are tied to a surge in global greenhouse gases, such as methane rapidly warming the atmosphere and oceans, pushing Earth systems to new extremes.
What is it? It's going for a long time.
Alberta, Canada. Incredible video of a blue orb during a storm could be a rare ball lightning event, scientists say.
A massive G5 solar storm in May 2024 disrupted global communications, affecting Vietnam with unstable mobile networks, GPS, global positioning system errors, and internet issues. No warnings were issued, leaving people unprepared for this powerful cosmic event. What Vietnam and other countries should do to prepare for future solar storms. 1. Create a public warning system. Set up a national alert system to send texts or public announcements about solar storms so people know when to expect disruptions. 2. Educate the public. Teach basic solar storm knowledge in schools, explaining how they affect technology to help people stay calm and prepared. 3. Upgrade technology. Update old communication and GPS systems to resist solar storm interference, especially in rural areas like southern and central Vietnam. 4. Prepare emergency plans. Train local teams to handle digital disruptions similar to disaster response units, ensuring quick action during outages. 5. Encourage household readiness. Advise families to keep cash, paper maps, and backup power sources like flashlights or solar chargers, and hand crank radios for short-term outages. 6. Monitor and share updates. Establish a 24/7 space weather monitoring center to track solar activity and share reliable updates with the public.
May 2024's powerful solar storm cost $500 million in damages to US farmers due to disruptions to GPS or global positioning system guided tractors, new study reveals.
Research shows the spinning of Earth's core keeps the planet's magnetic shield active. If Earth's core stopped, the magnetic field would fail, which would be catastrophic for life as we know it, primarily due to 1. Increased radiation, leading to widespread health problems and technological failures. 2. Atmospheric stripping, gradually eroding the atmosphere, making the planet increasingly inhospitable, similar to Mars. 3. Ozone depletion, exposing the surface to lethal levels of UV, ultraviolet radiation. Many believe moral living and sincere prayers help stabilize our planet's core, thus keeping the entire world from falling into destruction.
Prophecies predict a mega earthquake and tsunami will hit Japan and other Asian countries in July 2025. Here are 7 tips to prepare for this and any major disaster. 1. Store essentials. Keep 3 months worth of rice, noodles, water, flashlights, batteries, warm clothes, and identification. 2. Learn first aid. Take courses on earthquake response and basic medical care. 3. Plan evacuation. Know safe routes, especially in coastal areas. 4. Chant daily. Spend 10 minutes chanting the Buddha's names to stay calm and spiritually grounded. 5. Meditate regularly. Practice daily meditation to maintain peace during uncertain times. 6. Use feng shui. Practice good home energy balance, such as placing a bagua mirror in the northeast of your house to ward off negative energy. 7. Live kindly. Practice compassion, eat a vegan diet, avoid harming others, and stay away from negative online content.
2025 is a leap year with 2 Junes in the Eastern lunar calendar. Double Junes historically bring increased chaos and instability due to an imbalance in world energy. To maintain peace and avoid disaster this double June, which is June 20 25th to August 22nd, 2025 in the Western calendar, ancient wisdom advises taking these 5 precautions. 1. Avoid arguments and conflicts. Harsh words can spark lasting grudges, especially when emotions run high due to unstable energies. 2. Don't rush into big investments or projects. Unpredictable conditions may lead to financial loss or failure in major endeavors. 3. Limit long-distance travel or risky adventures. Weather and health risks increase in double June, making far journeys potentially dangerous. 4. Refrain from killing or harming life. Taking life creates negative karma, disrupting family harmony and inviting misfortune. 5. Maintain mindfulness and avoid reckless thoughts. A scattered mind can lead to poor decisions, amplifying risks during this unstable period.
The Inter-American Court of Human Rights rules countries must protect citizens' basic right to a stable climate, pushing 35 nations to cut emissions and control fossil fuels and animal people factory pollution.
Global carbon dioxide levels hit a record 430 parts per million in May 2025, the highest in millions of years, showing the acceleration of climate change from fossil fuel use, study warns.
Each year, over 5.9 million donkeys are killed to produce jiao, a traditional Chinese medicine made from donkey people's skins. This trade causes serious problems. Families lose their donkey people, which are vital for farming and transport. Girls in the global south often drop out of school to take over the hard labor when donkey people are stolen. UK non-profit The Donkey Sanctuary warns this crisis is hurting both livelihoods and girls' education worldwide.
Ya Lai Vietnam resident Mr. Tran Van Nhier saves 2 children from floodwaters using a drone, earning national praise for his quick thinking and bravery.
El Masnou, Spain, becomes the second Spanish city to sign the plant-based treaty, pledging 50% plant-based food at public events and more vegan school meals.
The global vegan sources market is expected to nearly double to $592 million by 2035, driven by younger generations' demand for healthy, convenient, allergen-free plant-based foods.
Traditional Eastern medicine warns that certain habits can drain your yang energy, your body's vital active force that supports health and longevity. Here are 13 things to avoid. 1. Bare ankles and navel in cold. Wearing crop tops or low pants in cool weather can chill your organs and joints. 2. Washing hair in the morning. Wet hair early in the day can trap cold, blocking energy flow. 3. Excessive sexual activity. Overdoing it may weaken kidney energy and lower vitality. 4. Irregular sleep and work. Staying up late or working too hard disturbs your body's natural rhythms, causing fatigue. 5. Cold foods and drinks. These weaken digestion, especially in summer, draining energy. 6. Too much fruit. Eating lots of cold-type fruits can upset your spleen and lower your energy. Examples include apples, bananas, watermelon, grapefruit, kiwis, lemons, oranges, pears, persimmons, strawberries, mangoes. 7. Sudden temperature changes. Going from hot to cold environments can let cold invade and harm young. 8. Late childbirth. Delaying birth or giving birth in cold settings may affect a baby's lifelong vitality. 9. Wrong exercise timing. Overtraining or working out at night can drain internal strength. 10. Chronic stress. Mental pressure scatters energy, leading to insomnia and exhaustion. 11. Greed and desire. Constant craving drains your system over time. 12. Very hot baths. Too much heat scatters yang, drying out the body. 13. Overusing medicine. Frequent use of cold-type drugs like antibiotics may weaken organs long-term.
Traditional Eastern medicine offers 4 simple methods to expel cold energy, balance calm and active energies yin and yang, and restore physical and mental health. 1. Eat warming foods. Eat foods like ginger, black beans, perilla, cinnamon, and brown rice to warm internal organs, boost circulation, and expel cold qi. Avoid cold foods like ice water or raw vegetables, especially in the morning. 2. Do gentle exercise. Practice deep breathing, stretching, or tai chi to improve circulation, activate warm energy, and release cold energy through breath and sweat. Focus on key acupoints for 15 to 20 minutes each day. 3. Do heat therapy. Use moxibustion with mugwort or herbal steam baths with lemongrass and ginger to warm acupoints, dispel cold energy, and enhance energy flow. Apply 2 to 3 times weekly for 10 to 15 minutes. 4. Soak your feet. Use warm water, 38 to 40 degrees Celsius, with ginger, salt, or cinnamon for 15 to 20 minutes each night to warm the kidneys, stimulate warm energy, and dispel cold energy through foot acupoints.
Cautionary quote of the day. Humility and wisdom are wasted indeed if lacking courage and compassion. They fail to help those in need. Courage and compassion are dangerous indeed if lacking humility and wisdom. They are used by devils to deceive. Liang Chao Ying, vegan.
For more relevant news from around our planet, please visit suprememastertv.com/news.